the other game on Saturday that we have is the 6-seed Patriots versus the 3-seed Bills. Another rematch. I think all of these are rematches from the season, actually. So the Bills are -4.5. Who you got, Jake?
Yeah, so I believe so the Patriots and Bills played each other twice this season.
Yes.
They split. They went 1-1. And the game the Patriots won, that was the game Mac Jones threw like one pass, 3 passes or some shit.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're not going to get away with that in this game. It's so hard to go against Bill Belichick in the playoffs. Like, I don't care what team he has. I don't care what team he has. It's Bill fucking Belichick. This is his, like, this is when the season starts for him. He knows he's going to get here. It's like, okay, now I can actually go into like full, who's that Emperor Palpatine mode and just run through the playoffs. But listen, Sean McDermott, this game's so tough because you just can't trust the Bills this year. But they're so talented. They're so talented, but they're just so inconsistent. I got to go with the Bills. I can very easily see the Patriots winning this game just because Bill Belichick is like the greatest playoff coach of all time. So if he's got some tricks up his sleeve, I wouldn't be surprised. But the Bills, I will say for the Bills to win this game, they cannot play any of that sloppy shit that we've seen over the season. Like Josh Allen has to play better. He has to play like he played last year in the playoffs that got them to the AFC Championship game. That's the Josh Allen we got to see. The run game needs to keep up with Devin Singletary. That's been cooking over the last 4 weeks of the season. Devin Singletary's really established himself as the guy in that backfield, and that needs to keep up. And just get Stephon Diggs the ball. Get your weapon the ball. That's all you can do. If you do those things, the defense is good enough to keep Mac Jones keep the Patriots in check. So you do those 3 things. I think the Bills should. It's in Buffalo too. So you do those 3 things. I think the Bills should pretty handily win this game. So I'm going with the Bills.
I've been flip-flopping the past couple of days. And it's looking like the weather for this game is looking more like the weather of their first game where Mac Jones threw 3 times.
It's supposed to feel like -10 in Buffalo.
Yeah.
Oh, well, both those teams are used to that temperatures though, so this shouldn't be crazy.
Yeah. But if you're going off that, then maybe you're leaning Patriots because of the way they won the first time. Since I'm flip-flopping, I'm going to go with the better quarterback. I got to go with Josh Allen here. I don't like the way that the Patriots finished the season, losing to the Dolphins in that fashion, sort of getting just mollywopped the entire game. That's a vocab word for you, mollywopped. Yeah, I don't like the way that they finished the season. The Bills finished the season stronger. And then their last matchup, the Bills showed what they could do when the weather wasn't, 50-mile-per-hour winds. Isaiah McKenzie had probably the best game of his career with 11 for $125 and a touchdown. Stephon Diggs also had another touchdown. He was going off. Josh Allen quite literally won that game for them. He was spectacular. One of the best games in his career, if I might add. So I'm going to go with the Bills here. I think their defense is comparable to the Patriots, especially now when the weather gets cold. I don't really know if I could trust Mac Jones yet. I mean, it's his first playoff game. I know he had a great rookie season, way better than anticipated, but I don't know how I could if I see him beating the Bills in his first ever playoff game on the road, no less, against the number 1 scoring defense in the NFL. So yeah, I'm going to go with the Bills here. And what was the spread? It was 4.5.
Yeah.
I'll have the Patriots cover that. I think it'll be like a field goal game. So yeah, Bills by a field goal.
I will never, ever, 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 ever take a rookie quarterback to win a playoff game. I just won't do it because there's more times that it hasn't gone well for them than it has. So statistically, it just makes more sense for me to take the Bills here. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. And before, when they played and Mac Jones only had to throw it like 3 times, it was windy. It wasn't just cold. It was windy.
Yeah.
And like there could be some wind on Saturday, but I don't know. I think that the Bills will definitely come out and they'll look a lot better. And Jake, like you said, Devin Singletary has been tearing it up the past few weeks. So they couldn't get the run game going before in that game that it was really windy. So Josh Allen was trying to have to do it with his arm and stuff like that. I don't think he's going to have to do that as much in this game. And I think that the Bills will definitely come out on top. As far as the spread, I'll take the Bills to cover it. I'll take it.
Wow. Against Bill Belichick's defense?
Against Bill Belichick's defense, I'm going to take the Bills to pull it out.